Boy. Well, good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How art thou? Turn some of this stuff down. Uh, uh, uh. How are we today? Let me greet you all properly in the chat. Put a quick Shondo in the chat and greet you all properly. Um, what's going on, y'all, today? We are going to, yeah, we're going to chit chat. Hey, Abby. Hey, Patty Duke. Hey, Discover Diz. Hey, Mama of Six. Hey, Belize. Hey, everyone. I'm almost scared of today. I'm telling you, I'm almost scared of this live today, y'all. Um, and let me tell you why. I get afraid of lives where I really don't have a lot to talk about because those lives when I don't really have a lot to talk about always end up going so far in another direction. And you all do a great job of giving me things to talk about and topics to discuss, so forth and so on. So I really want to thank you all for those times when you do that. Um, I'm looking at myself on here. It looks like I'm buffering. Am I buffering? Can somebody tell me if I'm buffering? Or is it just my phone? Oh God, thank you for the super chat. Oh, Belize, thank you so much. Thank you, my love. For the super chat. Oh dear God. Felice, she is here to go left. Kind of what we do here. We kind of go left. So we'll do that. And what's been going on? I feel like I haven't seen y'all in a long time. I mean, last night. Oh man, if you did not catch us on Really Be TV last night for Friday night shenanigans, we were there. We had a good time. Baby, they was going in that chat, baby. The chat was giving life and giving life abundantly last night. Just abundant life was given. So y'all, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Child, Belize, you were behaved. Let me tell y'all something. I have watched that video that I posted on my community page no less than 10 times since I posted it. Judge your mammy, don't judge me. That is a fine young man. That is a fine young man. Ooh, Iman. Oh, dear God. Child, I just got hot and bothered again. Thinking about it. Ooh, Lord. Hey, Blue Cartier. Whenever I see your name, I always want to say Dolores Van Cartier. Ooh. Mm. Y'all, Tiana Taylor has no earthly idea what the hell she's doing with that. She don't know what she's doing. She don't know. That woman don't know. Because the things that I would do with that young man. Let me drink this drink because, dear God. Hey, Volvo. Hey, Really B. Really B, you at the hairdresser already, girl? You already in underneath the dry getting that head did? Hey, Jay Parrish. Child believes baby. That's a fine young man. When you watch it, you can't do nothing but stop. You're like captivated. You're like, oh, And you can't look away. Abby found herself doing it last night when she went to my community page when we were on live. And look, and I'm looking at Abby, and Abby has not moved her head from like this. Child. Abby is like this the whole time. Cause you can't stop watching. Child. You cannot stop watching. Child. Child. It's yeah, it's a sight to see. It is a sight to see. But anyway, y'all. So we're gonna get into a couple discussions. I am because we are light on our discussions this morning, which I said scares me a little. I am certainly open to topics, questions, or concerns that you may have for me as we go through this morning. When I first realized I wanted to know a match, if you was questioning whether or not you like men's or not, baby, that D'Angelo video does it. But this new one with Iman, cause see, Iman ain't no little man. Iman is tall. Iman is like 6'8" or 6'9", I think. I think Iman is 6'9". He might be taller than that, but I know he's pretty tall. And baby, with all of those muscles and with that gold like hue, I don't know what kind of lighting or stuff that they use, but that gold bronze hue over his body. Hold on, y'all. Give me a moment. Child, let me go back to my community page. Dear God. Oh Lord. Hold on. Let me just see this one more time. I ain't gonna watch the whole thing, y'all. Don't judge me. I just want to get a good, gander at that, the way the light glistens off of that body. Oh, Jesus God. Hey Jaden. Hey bro. Oh boy. Whew. Whew. Let me yeah. And then see, what you gotta love is you have to love the people who edited this, because at the beginning of said video, I'm gonna give you a timestamp. Okay, timestamp. At the 8 to 9 second mark, they give you a dick print. I'm here for it. The 8 to 9 minute mark, or not minute, the 8 to 9 second. That's the timestamp. 8 to 9 second. You get when he got the little cloth over his waist, baby. You see a very distinguished dick print. Trying to tell you what I know. You know we be looking. Trying to tell you what I know. Hey Amber Cotton. Hey Mama of Six. Did I say hey to you when you came in, Mama of Six? I don't know, child. Y'all know. Child, I be the Mama of Six. I follows me on Instagram, and she be like every honey. Every morning she have her new beat down with her eye eyeshadows, and I don't know nothing about no makeup, but she be having her different colors like every child. Y'all be doing the damn thing. I don't see how y'all do it, honey. I don't got this type of energy. But yeah, I had to take a gander at that one more time because it gives life. Oh, mm, mm, mm. And let me say this to you while you in here jaded. Keep your eyes and your hands off my man. Okay, we will be windmilling upstairs in the hallway and between our two rooms over Iman. I will fuck you up. We will windmill. Anything to talk about, Jada? Is there anything to talk about? Because we will windmill in the hallway in between our two rooms. Just saying. Child, mother, listen, mother is that bingo. Okay? Child. Anyway, y'all. Child, don't make me start. Do not make me start windmilling. Child. Anyway, I had to look and see if Jada said anything else before I had to start windmilling. Child. So y'all, I saw a video, and y'all know we have had some serious discussions this week about epithets, about inclusion, tolerance, about a lot of things surrounding the LGBT plus community. Hey, Laurie. And I saw a video. And let me say this, shouts out to Lady Nika. I was on Lady Nika's channel earlier this week. I want to say it was Thursday. I think it was Thursday. But shouts out to her. She and was on there, and I came on, and Simone, who's oftentimes in my chat, was on there as well. And we had a great discussion about things surrounding the LGBTQ community. And a lot of things were put out there. So I saw a video, and you know, those of us in the community, in the spectrum, we've been doing what we can to speak about, dispel rumors, and to talk about some of the things that we can do as a community to grow further. Hey, surprise around the corner. So when I saw this video, which is completely counter to everything we've been saying, it's all of the people on there appear to be in the spectrum and in the community. And I want to have a conversation about it because I do know I have a lot of members of the spectrum in here. I did see Belize's super chat. I gave her a virtual blowjob. I did. If I didn't, I saw it. I read it. I thought I did. I'm sorry, Belize, if I didn't. Oh, okay. I thought I did. I was like, wait a minute. I thought I gave her. I don't know. Anyway, hold on, y'all. Let me turn down this damn heat because this heat is blowing. It's cold outside, and this heat. Child, that heat is kicking. Now it's 42 degrees outside, but child, I had to turn that heat off a little bit, child. Hey, Shakira. So I wanted to put this video on. Hey, Joanne B. Savage. All right, Amber Carr, you have fun over there dance rehearsal, child. We can't do it. See, I'm not limber like that unless I'm in the bed. Now, if we're in bed, then you know, I become a little more agile and limber. But outside of the bed, honey, we ain't really doing it like that. Outside the bed, I'm just saying. So I wanted to show this video so that you all could see that even within the spectrum, sometimes, especially the younger members of the spectrum and the community, even within the spectrum, there are things that we do and we say that is inflammatory. And I kind of wanted to start the conversation and let you see it because sometimes, a discussion does need to be had about what we do wrong. I talked about this. The reason I brought up Lady Nika's the discussion we had on Lady Nika's panel is we often base our judgments of a whole group of people based on outliers and based on individuals who we're dealing with at that moment. And so now, because of how we're treated or how that one individual may behave, or that those few individuals you are interacting with at that time may behave, you now, paint a whole group of people with this broad stroke. And so, yeah, discovering that it's one of them oh Lord videos. So brace yourself. Those members of the LGBTQIA community, go ahead and clutch your pearls, because this is not how we want to be represented. And like I said, the only reason that I'm playing the video, because I really thought long and hard this morning, like, I don't know that I want to play this. But I do want to have the discussion about what's wrong with it. And stuff like that. I do want to do that. I do want to discuss why it's wrong, what's wrong about it. And yeah, what I don't, and you all that are not necessarily in the spectrum, when we do start the discussion, I do want you to be real and honest. People in the spectrum, I want you to be real and honest. What I don't want to do is, when we start to discuss, and I ain't even showed the video yet, but what I don't want to do is, I don't want to come off as being an apologist for people in the spectrum. Excuse me, because I do think there are times where we do need to be called to the carpet and have our hand held to the fire. But I also don't want the whole community painted with a broad stroke. All right, we're ready. Oh boy, let me turn up my volume so you can hear, because you do need to hear. You may not be able to see it too well. Let me try to turn my brightness up a little bit, because it's not a good video in terms of being able to see it, but you definitely will be able to hear it. All right.
How you doing? Hey, can I ask y'all something, y'all don't get offended? Yeah, we faggots. Y'all faggots for real? Yeah, I'm a faggot. Girl, me too. Hey, faggot. I make girl, she ain't that. She ain't that. You call her super nigga. I thought I was gonna get bullied like. Girl, I thought we were gonna have to whip this whole ass.
Ah, boy. Hey, little baby. Let me take another swig. I need a third swig. Hold on. Child Mariah Whitney. You know what? I don't want to. I'm going to come off as old, ornery, old, cantankerous, old, get off my lawn guy. Because I know what it was when I was that age. They looked to be in their 20s. And I remember me and my good Judies back in the day, child, some of the stuff that we used to say out our mouth, child. So I get it and I understand, because baby, I can't say that I have not indulged in those types of conversations. So now, and so that's why, to a certain degree, I I I say sometimes young people are going to be young people. We all were young at one point, and then we get to a certain age and we think about the ramifications of some of the things that we did, and we think about how we made some poor choices and some bad decisions, and we look at some young people making some of those same poor choices and bad decisions, and we kind of want to just go in on them and be like, no, no, don't do that, you're so wrong, oh, everything you just did was wrong, you're so horrible, you're so horrible, and you're so horrible, forgetting that they are young, and that's a part of the learning process. I don't know, god, there's so many things. I saw it a couple days ago, discovered this, and I knew that I thought that I wanted to talk about it today. um um and I didn't know whether or not I would bring it to you all, because the language, yeah, the language. What we, like I said, what we used to do, we didn't just come out and say the F word amongst when we were just around us, the girls. Hey, always conscience. Um, we would have. I told y'all we would have interesting ways to say it without um saying it. Like one of the terms that we used to have was "got." That was our term. Um, that was one of our terms, "got." And we took the last syllable and we just would emphasize that last syllable. And so that was one. I'm just being honest. Back in the day with my girls, with my Judies, we used to be like, child, there ain't nothing but a "got" over there. That was what we did. Um, I think one of the things also that I think one of the things, you came out the bushes, Jada Nerd, but you didn't come out the bushes when I told you, don't even think about looking at my man. Don't make me windmill you, Jaded. I would hate to have to windmill you in the hallway in between our two rooms. I will beat you down about my man, Iman. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Um, you're right, Jada. A lot of us would love the benefit of a do-over. One thing that today's young people, hey, Foy Reed, what's going on? Shondo to you, and shondo to everybody that done came in. One of the things that we in our age didn't have to deal with as much, if you are of a certain age, like I am, and many of us in the chat are, social media wasn't around. There was no social media back then. So these conversations that they're having virtually and that live perpetually on the internet, we did not have those things. And so a lot of the things that we said and did, and a lot of the mistakes that we made are just left in the innermost repositories of our brains and memories, as opposed to it being on online perpetually. And so I think that that's why sometimes um, we try to be so hard on the younger community about some of the choices, some of the things that they do, and some of the choices that they make, simply because we know that they live in an age that we did not live in. They live in an age where there are cameras everywhere. They live in an age where there's the internet, and these things will remain online perpetually. And you, do you want this to be your story? And hold on, let me take another swig. Hold on. Child. We ain't paying you no mind, Mariah Whitney. So So let me tackle the easy part. Okay. Let me tackle the easy part. The easy part of the video to tackle is the fact that they were making assumptions about the young man in the video. Hey, it's me, D. They were making assumptions about the young man. They might have been getting all wet down under and getting hot in their spirit about um, what the young man, how the young man came off at first. And, so I definitely, though, I ain't gonna even say they too young because you learn at a very early age in the spectrum. You never make assumptions about who is and who is not gay. You never make those assumptions. I don't know why they were so surprised because we come in all shapes, sizes, and auras and hues. So that was the easy part. Now we got to tackle. It wasn't just that they used that term; it was the fact that they so unapologetically um, uh, labeled themselves as that. Hey, Stephanie Harden. Um, and they so effortlessly said, "Oh, oh yeah, I'm a too," and with like standing in it and like, "You got a problem?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know that I don't remember. I should say in my circle of friends, I don't remember that was something that we would have done. We definitely would not have said that. Mm-mm. My circle of friends probably would have picked as somebody that said that, but I did not. My circle of friends when I was that age was not the femme guys. I didn't hang around the femme guys. So it might have been a little different for me. When I was that age, there was the femme guys were out there, but there was at that time the push for more masculinity as opposed to the femme guys. So the femme guys at that time were really shunned a lot at that time. And so now, as the circle goes around and makes a complete 180, now, the femme guys are celebrated because you see them more in the media and stuff like that. Um, oh man, it's so hard for me to unpack all of this. And y'all know I'm good with unpacking these types of topics, but I just don't want to fall into the trap of castigating these young men that are these young gay men. But I also don't want to give them a pass either about what they said in this video. Um 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 here's and I'm sorry, and so many people hate this parallel. What is the topic again? Oh, you asked what I guess I have to play the video for people who just came in the room because they won't have context. Now, it's the last time I'm gonna play said video now, but you won't have context if you don't see the video. You won't have context for what we're talking about. So I'm going to play the video. Gather yourselves. Come with me, my love. Come on in. Gather yourselves. We're going to play the video one more time because I want to spew this out there. I already knew this will not be monetized because of the language in this video. I already know. And thank you, Belize this Fridays. You didn't even know what I was going to talk about. But I'm going to need that super chat or any cash apps that want to be given because this will not be monetized because I know how YouTube is about, discussing things of this nature. And we are discussing this in a, in a manner to which we can really unpack this. So here's a video. All right.
How you doing? Hey, can I ask y'all something, y'all don't get offended? Yeah, we faggots. Y'all faggots for real? Yeah, I'm a faggot. Girl, me too. Hey, faggot. Girl, she ain't that. She ain't that. I thought I was gonna get bullied. Like, girl, I thought we were gonna have to whip this whole ass.
So that's what Mariah Whitney. Hey, behave in my chat, Mariah Whitney. Behave. I see you, Mariah Whitney. Behave. Behave. I see you, Mariah, and you know I love you, Mariah Whitney, but behave. We're not doing that. Y'all know, you know we don't have that, Mariah Whitney. You know I love you down. I need you to behave in the chat. You know we go back, but I need you to behave. All right, so that was the video. For those people who did not see it, so you have context on what it is that we're talking about. Child, you know, Mariah Whitney, girl, you know I love you down. Behave. You know how you like to get out of pocket. That I got newer subscribers and things like that, and they're not used to you, Mariah Whitney. For those people, listen, if you cannot let Mariah Whitney is not a troll. Mariah Whitney been hanging with me since we had 2 people in the chat. We go way back to before a lot of you all were even following me. Mariah Whitney go all the way back. So that's why I can talk to Mariah Whitney like that, because we go back. And you have to do like I do sometimes. Mariah Whitney will go on a tirade, and I always say I give Mariah Whitney about 10 comments, and after about 10 comments, I have to stop reading Mariah Whitney's comments because Mariah Whitney always goes left. So you cannot allow yourself to get offended by Mariah Whitney, because Mariah Whitney will push your button and will enjoy pushing your button and push it some more. So I do that sometimes too. So, but yes, behave, Mariah Whitney. Behave, my love. You know I love you down. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. So, okay. So I'm trying my best to unpack this, because if you noticed, when they thought the guy wasn't gay, and they said, and the guy said, let me ask y'all a question, they threw it out first. The guy threw it out first. He said, yes, I'm a F-bomb. It wasn't like the guy called them that. Nope. The guy did not. He said, yes, we F-bombs. Other guy chimed in, yes, we F-bombs, and dot, 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 dot. And then he himself then said, oh, I am too. And I was like, oh, dear God. Oh, help us, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Just. Hold on, coffee. Oh, I need a swig of coffee on this. Can y'all give me y'all thoughts so I can just bring my thoughts back together? Can y'all give me y'all thoughts so I can gather myself and gather my own thoughts on this? Dear God. Oh, Jesus. Just, oh, God. Now, that goes back to a question that Mariah Whitney did have, and I thought that was a good question. Do gays now use that term as a term of endearment? Do they take that derogatory term and epithet and do it like so many other communities have done, and take an epithet or a derogatory term and flip it and make it a term of endearment used by those people who have been offended by the term? Is that something that we do now? I'm asking. And if that's something that is being done by the young people, then I think we need to be made aware. And I think that we need to These are conversations that are had between generations. Okay. I know, like, not so much my mom's generation, but my grandmother's generation, you wasn't using the N-word in their presence. You were not using the N-word around them. They didn't care nothing about you talking about it's a term of endearment. They want to hear nothing about you talking about, oh, it's not, They didn't play that foolishness. Go, hey, the voice. They didn't play that foolishness. They weren't with that fuck shit. That's my grandmother's generation. My mom's generation was the generation that started to embrace it and use it as a term of endearment. My grandmother's generation, baby, they didn't play them games. You wasn't using it around them. You wasn't using it in your presence. In their presence, they wasn't using it. They weren't with it. And it's because, in my grandmother's generation, they felt it worse than my mom's generation or my generation in terms of the Jim Crow laws and in terms of the racism and in terms of the atrocities that were happening to Black people all across the fruited plains. So it hits harder for my grandmother's generation than it did for my mom's generation, or even my generation, where it has completely been turned into a term of endearment. You hear all over music and all everywhere. We're talking about N-word now, so we can make this parallel. And I tell you, one of the gut punches that I had about the N-word was when the first time I taught at a predominantly white school, and I asked my white students point blank, when y'all are in y'all cars by yourselves and y'all are listening to rap music, do y'all say the N-word? And they told me, we do. And I was like, it was like a gut punch. I was like, oh, that it made me go, oh. I was like, oh, y'all are saying it. And they told me, they said, like, we don't use it if we're around other Black people because we don't want to offend them. And they were like, we're never trying using it in an offensive way, but that's in the song. And if we like the song and we're singing the song, then we use the term. And I got a little, I didn't let them know. I didn't try to, I did my best. Y'all know sometimes my facial expressions, I can't help it. But I did my best to keep it together so as not to let them, feel any kind of way. But I was kind of offended by that. I was like, so white people really are out here just throwing the N-word around nilly-willy, frivolously, because we put it in songs. I became offended. So, and that's the N-word. That's just like last year I remember, I think it was at a Kendrick Lamar concert. They had the white girl came up on stage and she got the mic and she was doing they asked her to sing the song and it had the N-word with it and she just went ahead with it. And he snatched the mic from her and everybody kind of got offended with like, oh, you can't do that. And I was like, but you do know that you put that word in the song and you do know you just gave this white girl that mic to sing your song that you put this N-word in. Did you expect her to go to put her? And then I had to think about it like that. So now, because it comes back home again with the F-bomb, is this a term now that is going to have the same cycle? Hey Shelby, hey Shauna, hey everybody that came in the room. Patty, do I don't know? I probably ain't said. Hey Regina, is this F-bomb term going to take the same path that the N-word did? Is it now for the younger? Because see, my generation of gays, and definitely the ones before mine, we know what it means, when that word is thrown out and it is harsh. We know what it means to be scared of being gay bash. We know what it's like to be in school and you got to keep it together and keep your mouth in check and keep your mannerisms in order so as not to be beat down and drugged up and down somebody's streets and be gay bashed and being and because of a certain twang or inflection in your voice that might have came out wrong in class, having that F bomb thrown at you and feeling like somebody had literally just punched you in the stomach, knowing the full ramifications and weight and the blow that that F bomb gave, hearing it from your youngest memories as a child, being called that, and knowing real fast by that person's tone, inflections, and mannerisms that that was bad, that they were coming at you. And so now, with 21st century, and I have to think about it. You right now, next year, someone born in the year 2000 will be legal, 21, able to drink. So we're talking about a generation of people who now were born and grew up in the 21st century. And so their experience being gay is very different from mine. They have the luxury of seeing gays in the media when I did not. They have the luxury of having laws and things that protect gays and having the the opportunity to marry and seeing and having a whole lot more acceptance. I'm not saying they fully accepted, but having a lot more acceptance. So for them, I can I can I'm not saying I agree, but I can see how some of the young generation of gays may want to have the F bomb take the same path that the N word did. And me as an older generation, being like my grandma generation, be hating the word because it is abhorrent. And me, feeling some kind of way about the younger generation just nilly willy using it because I feel like they don't understand what it was like. They don't understand what we went through. They don't understand how many people died, how many people. They do not understand fully. I don't know. Let me get to these comments in the chat, y'all, because it's it's a lot to unpack, y'all. A lot. Let me go back. There are some that do and some that don't, just like the N word. Okay, and I'm glad I talked about the N word. I've heard it used by other gay men, so I believe so. Well, as far as proper terms to use, they are part of this younger generation that just don't care or put a lot of thought into being politically correct. It's possibly that is their goal, but a generational gap definitely. Um, my grandmother only used the N word as an insult. That's how we know she didn't like a person because she called them an N word. If your mother's generation and I never embraced it, nor I'm of your mother's generation and I never embraced it, nor do I embrace the B word. I've never, I've heard it used as a term of endearment and as a derogatory term amongst gays. I think it's an abhorrent word. I've never used, I've never understood the desire to use it. History does repeat itself. Wait, no, no, wait. Wait, what happened? I went so fast. History does repeat itself, so yes, I can see it. I think it will once gay men become accepted in music, especially hip hop. It'll be like I was just about to go there, little baby, because I was talking about the fact that we are seeing more gays in media, in music, in definitely in the hip hop world. Years and years and years ago, the gay rappers were few and far between. Shouts out to people like Bryant, who is one of the pioneers, going back to the late '90s, early 2000s as a gay rapper. But the girls are out there now. You got the girls who are unapologetic, like the Saucy Santanas of the world and stuff like that. So And so I could see where they may, because they have embraced this term, they may be throwing this term out there in songs. And so now, God forbid, some straight person likes that person's song, and now they in their car bumping to this song and they throwing out the F-bomb. See, I'm gonna be offended by that. Just saying. I have to be honest. I didn't know that gays was using the F-bomb like that, child. You now have some black I'm sorry, for gay women, does the D word have the same impact as the F word for gay men? Interesting question. Interesting question. Or not just, I know the lesbians that I have talked to, they do have a problem with the D word. They also have a problem with the BD term that is old school. The term that starts with bull, that term also offends them as well. But the lesbians that I've talked to, they do not like the D word at all. They don't wait. Oh God, this chat. They don't understand because folks have stopped having the conversation. Perhaps. The younger generation is wild. Child, all young generations are wild. I ain't gonna just put this on this young generation because my generation was pretty wild when we were young. Yes, yes, we were pretty wild. Yes, we were. Um, um, they reap the benefits and can't comprehend what happened before them, and therefore are now desensitized. And Shelby, I agree wholeheartedly. That's what my grandmother used to say about my generation. She had given up on my mom's generation. She had just completely given up on my mom's generation. But when she would talk to me and my other and her other grandchildren, she would say, y'all don't appreciate it, what we had to go through. Y'all don't understand what real racism was back in the day. Y'all don't understand the fight that we had to take. Y'all don't understand what that word meant. And she used to go off. She said, y'all have the luxury of being able to go to school where you want and being able to eat where you want and being able to go wherever you want and vote how you want and all of these luxuries and not know how many people had to die and fight and get beat down and maimed and stuff for y'all to be able to just nilly-willy just throw it out there. Y'all are just disrespectful. Your whole generation. Just throw y'all all away. That's what she used to say. Just throw y'all away. She's getting so angry about it. And now I feel that way almost. Hey, Miss KK, about the young gays sometimes, because I was like, girl, y'all don't understand what it was like. I'm just going to say, just navigating through school. Being gay and being in school in the 90s was not a. Listen, I remember being in Miami. Every high school had room for one gay, one out flamboyant gay. That was all they had room for. Hey, he was the token. He was the banner holder and banner wearer of the whole black gay community. So at every black school, they had that one black gay, and that was it. The only school that was the outlier was one of the schools in Miami called Miami Carroll City. And you know what they used to call that school? They called it Carroll Sissy, because people used to say they had more than their fair share of gays there because the girls was out at Carroll City back in the 90s. But that was the only school. Every other black schools, we had one. And the rest of us gays, we had to, be closeted and, be. But there was a problem with gay bashing at Carroll City. People used to wait for them after school and stuff like that, or beat them up in the bathrooms at school. Like it was so bad that at one point they had to have police walking the halls at all times at that school because it was so much gay bashing going on there. And this was back in the 90s. Child. Just so you know, Funky Dineva went to Carroll City. Child. Anyway. Well, let me go back to these comments because I'm way behind on the comments, y'all. We way behind. Way behind. Where am I at? That's like when I went to karaoke and the white guy was doing Gold Digger and the whole bar got quiet when it got to the chorus, to see if he was going to say the N word. Kevin Abstract uses a lot of terms in his music. He embraces his gayness. Interesting. BD is also trash. Yeah. My sister does not like being called the D word. Keep saying queen and sis. Don't start with the F shit. Literally. Wait. I don't know. Oh, okay. Some people like, and it's an individual things. I don't like the word queen. I really don't. I'm a person that does not embrace. I don't like the term queen. I don't like being called that term, queen. That's because I know how that term was used back in the day, even amongst the girls, even amongst the gays. I don't like the term queen. I don't get offended by people who want to use that term, but I just don't like it. Um, because even in the community, it's a derogatory term that is often thrown out to, defame someone. Child, this chat is going so fast. Um, I don't allow my students to use either term, F or D. You can be fired at work for using the F word, but you can be fired at work for using the D word. I think one of those was supposed to be can't. I don't know, maybe. What was Patty? Oh, you can be fired at work for using the F word, but can you be fired at work for using the D word? I don't know. It might depend on the company. Some companies you may not be fired for using the F word, but I don't know. I really don't know. When you're not in the gym shooting with the elders back during segregation, we tend to take things for granted, child. He had a lot. Wait, oh God, wow. He had a lot of girls as friends as well. Wait, what did I miss, Stephanie? I missed whatever Stephanie said. Let me go back. Child, that's too far back. I don't know what Stephanie talking about. Who had a lot of girls as friends? I don't know. Is the use of the F word a racial thing? Are white gays using the word like black gays? Interesting question. I wonder if the alleged reclaiming of the word is a source of power for black gays, power already afforded to whites. That is an interesting that's an interesting take on that. Mariah Whitney. Very interesting take. Hey, you man, driving and Sean doing at the same damn time. Come through, yes. Come through, you man. What's good? It's good, my love. Didn't Dineva go to Cal City? Dineva did go to Cal City. So what is the origin of the name Carol City? It's so pretty. The name has changed, right? Well, Carol City is an area in Miami-Dade County. It was originally unincorporated Dade County. The school was opened back in the 50s, I believe. It was it was opened back in the day when a lot of people were moving north. A lot of black people were moving north. There was, and I think I did on a live one time, a brief history of the city of Miami. And yeah, it was on a silly Saturday one day, but we talked about that migration north. And that Carol City is on the north end, close to the county line, going toward Broward County. But anyway, I don't remember. I know I knew at one point. I think the name Carol City was because of someone who lived there, and it's when that area was first started. I don't remember. I have to go back and look it up again, but it was just called Carol City. And so that area became incorporated. I mean, the Dolphin Stadium is in Carol City. That area, when it got incorporated and became a city, it became Miami Gardens and not Carroll City, because there was a stigma to Carroll City. Carroll City had become pretty kind of hood in areas. At first, Carroll City was where the uppity black folks stayed, but then it quickly became real hood. And they wanted to remove themselves from the stigma of Carroll City. Some of the things that were in the news about what we talked about with the school and stuff and the gay bashing and stuff like that. Um, and so when the city got incorporated and became Miami Gardens, the city of Miami Gardens, I lived in the city of Miami Gardens. My house right now is in the city of Miami Gardens, where I pay taxes, dear God. Anyway, they wanted to change the name of the school to Miami Gardens, and the alumni were like, "No, it ain't happening. We're not changing the name of the school." And so the school is still Miami Carroll City, but it's no that area. Us old people call it Carroll City still, but younger people call it Miami Gardens. No, even the most black people still call it Carroll City, young, old, or whatever. But it's officially Miami Gardens area now. But if you're a Miamian, it's Carroll City. Um, so yeah, where am I at? In order words, just use those words and not use the word sis and queen instead of the F-bomb. Okay. Hatred is birthed for ignorance and lack of awareness. White gays use the F word. Oh, okay. Um, I was following when you were talking about the one gay guy in school, basically saying that help in him being accepted. Black people were moving towards northern Miami from where? Much further south were black folks. Um, when I was in middle school and high school, gay men had it rough, not so much for lesbians. Interesting take the black community is used regaining power and redirecting negative to positives. Great perspective. Well, real quick, because Mariah, and you be in and out of lives, but Mariah Whitney, you might have been in that live. This was months and months ago, where I did a brief history on the city of Miami and how the city of Miami started in what is the Coconut Grove area, which some people know as Coral Gables, but it's the Coconut Grove area. That's where the city hall of Miami is built, and that is in more towards the middle of Miami-Dade County. It's more the centralized middle part of Miami-Dade County. And so black people started to migrate up from out of Coconut Grove to the Overtown area, to the Liberty City area, and then to the Opelika area, and then to the Carroll City, Norland area, and stuff like that. So yeah. School namings, quick way to stir up controversy. Is there an apartment complex called Miami? Yeah, there's a whole lot of Miami Gardens. Miami Gardens this and Miami Gardens that. The reason they called the city Miami Gardens because one of the biggest thoroughfares and streets in Miami Gardens is 183rd Street, which is called Miami Gardens Drive. It was always called Miami Gardens Drive, even before there was a Miami Gardens. When we used to just call it Miami Carroll City, when it was just Carroll City, that street, 183rd Street, which the school Miami Carroll City is on, has always been Miami Gardens Drive. If you go to Miami, you go on go down certain highways like the Palmetto, you'll see, no, not Palmetto, but on I-95, there's a Miami Gardens Drive exit. And that's always been as long as I've been alive, it's always been Miami Gardens Drive. And so when they renamed that area, they named it Miami Gardens because of Miami Gardens Drive, which was one of the main thoroughfares in that area. And Miami Carroll City happens to be on that thoroughfare. But yeah, y'all, we this video is problematic for a lot of reasons. It is, yeah. It is what to say. It's I don't know, y'all. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about it. I don't want to come off like my grandmother used to come off, being old, cantankerous, and ornery about if the young gays are trying to take that term and use it as a term of endearment and embrace it. Um, and but I know from whence it came, and I know the venom behind it. And I don't know that the younger generation understands fully what the venom behind it. And you want to know what part of it is? Now, this is where this is going to become uncomfortable. Hold on. Whereas the civil rights movement for blacks is well documented. You see it, you've seen the movies, you've seen the documentaries, it's well chronicled, is spoken of, it is said, it is spoken to. The history of the gay community, and especially the black gay community, is not told, is not chronicled. They don't have the movies and documentaries. I'm not saying that there aren't any, but they aren't as there certainly aren't nearly as many. So what ends up happening is, whereas when I was growing up and I was a little boy, I learned about the civil rights era. I learned about what my grandmother's generation and so forth had to go through, and all of their struggles in the Jim Crow laws. And it's chronicled, from slavery to, Jim Crow to, civil rights movement. And that movement is very well put into view. Not so much. I didn't have a history of the gay community, one, and especially the black gay community at all. The first movie that I ever saw as a young man that gave me some insight into the black gay community was Paris is Burning. And what Paris is Burning did was it just gave you, information and history of the ballroom scene and stuff like that. And some of the older people on the documentary did speak to some of the pioneers in the community in New York. But how many gays can say that they know or are aware or have researched the full history of that community? And I'm saying that to say this. If I'm a young gay man and I haven't learned and I haven't been brought up to speed on the history of everything that the community had to go through and the stigma of the word, I certainly may not even appreciate or have any insight on the impact of that word. So I can't necessarily say, oh, y'all don't understand. Well, I can say that they don't understand because they don't have, the history has not been told. You don't go to school and learn about that history in class. There are some states and communities that is being done now, but I can guarantee you when that history is told, it's going to be told from the white side. They're going to chronicle all of the white gay community. Not us. Not us. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. And so, and ignorance becomes bliss. So, I mean, while I love my white gay community and some of the things that they did for the gay community as a whole, their story is not the story of the black gays. I'm just saying. Just saying. But yeah, I did. Like I told y'all, I love when I don't have a whole lot to talk about because I do have another topic that I want, two other topics that I want to talk about. But I know sometimes when we have these days where we have, I say I don't have anything to talk about, and then we end up having so much to discuss because you all are really giving me a lot of good stuff in the comment section. Um, it's me, D. Let me ask you, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? Because I know you are in the community. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Because I may have a couple questions for you or anybody else who's in the community. I'd like to know, how old you are so I can get a gauge and wrap my hands around your experience as a member of the community. Uh, oh man, 33. Oh, you ain't that young, child. You tried to make it like you was like 22. Child. Insert side eye here. Anyway, um, so yeah, so hey, Chef and Shade, what's going on? Chef and Shade, I was confusing you last night in Really Bees Live with somebody else whose name was Chef, and she kind of got mad, and I felt bad because she thought because I know you're a guy, and I was talking to I saw her name, it was Chef something. And I confused it with you because I was looking real fast, and she kind of got offended that I was referencing her as being a guy because I was confusing her with you. And I'm sorry to her if she's in the bushes or somewhere. But yeah. Anyway, child. Now it's me, D. You know, in the gay community, baby, listen. In the black gay community, quiet as it's kept. Once you turn 26, 27, baby, they start calling you old. Damn show once you get to 30, you are ancient in the gay community. And the fact that you ain't just 30, but you're in your 30s, it's me, D. Child, baby, you old enough to be somebody's granddaddy in the gay community. Child, girl, boom. Child. Anyway, so one quick topic that I wanted to laugh about that made me laugh. And then I want to get into another serious topic. I've been in the bushes, but I've been here. Hey, Yana. I don't look old either. Like, people never assume that I am as old as I am. Like, people tell me all the time, you are not that old. I'd be like, Sharon, I sure wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't. But black don't crack. We take care of ourselves. Anyway, did anybody else catch the scene with no, you're not old, Yana, but we talk about in the black gay community. In the black gay community, everything is exponential, okay? Everything is microwave. So in your 30s in the black gay community is the black gay community features the young girls. It's all about being young and attractive in the gay community, especially the black gay community. So if you old or you not attractive, baby, they're giving you nothing. It's just the reality. Just like relationships in the gay community. Baby, if you don't had a boyfriend for 6 months, baby, 6 months is like 6 years. And I'm just being honest. I'm just being real honest. Baby, the girls be like, Shy, me and my boyfriend been together 6 months. You be like, girl, now y'all did that. Child. Because these microwave relationships, somebody say hello to them and pronounce their name correctly, and now y'all in a full-fledged relationship. Child. Y'all ain't known each other a month, and y'all is moving in together. Child, that's these are, and it ain't just got like that. It's been like that even when I was young. Child. So when I used to be in like relationships for 2 and 3 and 4 years, people used to be like, y'all ain't married? Child. Child, 29, you old, Chef and Shade, child. The girls call you old. 29, baby, you old now. You old. You is old. You are old. But real quick, and then we'll get to a another serious topic. But real quick, funny topic. Did anybody else see Marriage Boot Camp when Jocelyn Hernandez's Jocelyn Hernandez's husband went in, not husband, because I don't think they married. I think they just boyfriend and girlfriend. Went in on her. I was, you know what? I watched it, and let me see if I can find the video for y'all. I watched it, and I was a little afraid for her safety. Like, I thought dude was about to hit her. I thought he was about to go, like, they was gonna have to turn the cameras off and stuff like that. Like, I literally, at one point, was afraid for her safety. Now, I don't watch the show. I'll be honest. No, I do not watch the show. And and I don't know the full scope and premise behind why he was mad. I knew it had something to stem from. I knew it had something to stem from. Excuse me. Her eating, having some other guy feed her fruit or something like that, and him getting mad or whatever. Child, it was a mess, just a mess. So where we at? Hold on. Hold on. But it made me laugh, y'all. It really made me laugh. Child, hold on.
Yeah, come on, party over. What you mean why I'm mad? Get aside, man. Get over. Party over, man. Nut ass, man. Come on, man. Party over, man. Shut this nut ass down, man. I felt his rage. He's losing. Party over. What happened? Man, come on, man. What you talking about? Let's go. What's wrong with you, man? Come here. Yo, stop. Yo, you think this a game, man? I'm not playing with her, man. Dumbass on me. I wasn't able to take that, so I just demand some respect. I was very upset. What's wrong with you feeding somebody fruit? And then you tell me it's a young boy? Oh, don't tell nobody about what we did today, man. All this, man. Man. Are you serious? You a nut, man. You're not an example. You a nut. What's wrong? Nut ass broad. That's what the you are. Are you kidding me? You disrespect me. I told you, treat me like a kid. What? You don't disrespect me, man.
You know, I thought it. See, let me tell you what I thought it wasn't staged. The way well, if it was, I think there were points where he got too close for comfort, and where he got too close for comfort, and when he was throwing stuff, I was like, "Oh, is he gonna hit her?" You know, kind of the way I was like, "Oh," like when he threw the little flower at first, and then when they got inside the house, and he whatever little glass or whatever that he threw or something like that, I was like, "Oh, is he gonna hit her? Are they gonna have to get security?" Like, girl, I was like, "Oh." The way he reacted, it did not give me a stage. Now she might have staged it, but he don't. It don't seem like he was in on the staging of all of this. Okay, she might have, was trying to get some, beef going. I don't feel like they included him in this whole, scenario process of this staging. I feel like he was like, I ain't here for this bull. Like the way he kind of went in, either that or he's a great actor, honey. Baby, they need to have him on somebody's movie screen or television screen because like she did play around, she did run away, so I can see where it may have been staged from her standpoint to kind of get the drama going or have something in the house to get her on camera more. But I don't think she expected him to react like that because the way he reacted and the way he went off, and even the other people was like, oh, I felt that, like they were like, oh, like you could tell they were afraid. I'm watching it on camera, I'm like, oh, girl, I don't want to be in the room with him after that. Child, it made me laugh though, because I can't stand Joseline. I can't stand her. Don't want her to get beat though. I ain't saying I'm okay with her getting beat, but I can't stand her. What you say? If you don't sit your Lloyd Banks looking ass down, child, he do kind of look like Lloyd Banks a little bit, a little bit. Joseline, child, I never understood why, and I guess I kind of understand. To me, Jocelyn is not cute in the face. She is ugly. She's always been ugly to me in the face. She does have a nice body, and I guess that's why people like her. The men like her. But her face is so ugly to me, and her attitude is so like, ugh. Like it would be it. She's the only girl that's got a nice body. So the fact that she's not cute in the face and her attitude is like that would make me steer clear of her. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you have a man that have a big dick and put it down in bed, but he don't act right and he ain't shit. At a certain point, you got to be like, child, a big dick's come a dime a dozen, and I'm not here to put up with your fuck shit because you got a big old slab of beef and you put it down in the bed. I'm gonna stop doing that look because I have a friend who's always in the bushes. I know he's in the bushes right now. He never comes out the bushes. But he said he always tell me, I hate when you do that stupid look when you always be like he tells me, and I know he's gonna call me later. And he said, oh, I hate when you do that. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I don't know why I do it anyway, but I just be like, oh, he's gonna get me. He is gonna get my motherfucking ass when I get off this goddamn. I know he gonna call me and go in on my ass. Um, he's not an ugly man now. Lloyd Banks ain't that cute to me. He's cuter than Lloyd Banks to me. He is. Justin is familiar with the reality TV shenanigans, so it may have been devised on her and him just being a casualty of war. Child, that's what it looked like to me. That's what it looks like. So anyway, but I don't watch that show, so I can't really break all that down. One of our final topics, and I'm glad that we have a good collection of members of the community. No offense to my women. I love y'all know my women that held me down in this in my on my channel and in this chat and all the time. But I do appreciate my men who are here as well, especially those of us in the community. If you're one of my men in the chat that's in the community, put a 27 in the chat. I just want to, say a couple of things to you before I, focus on my women again, because I love my women in the chat and they give me life. But if you are a man and you are a gay black man and you're in the chat, can you put a 27 in the chat so I can, properly identify you and properly address you? I know it's more than just it's me, D. Chat. Anyway, okay, for a read, chef. Okay. So hold on, let me look. All right. So, oh God. Anyway, um, let me say this. I um love y'all, love on y'all, and I definitely want to if you all it's me, D4 Reed, Chef and Shade. Ever want to come on with me, do a live with me, want me to promote something for you? And this is not just for them, this is for anybody in the chat, man, gay, straight, man, woman, boy, girl, cat, dog. But I specifically always want to feature and highlight members of the community, and so we can hear more of our voice, and so that we can uplift each other and empower each other. If you should ever want to come on my channel with me, or want me to go on your channel with you, or want me to post a video on my community wall or something like that, feel free to send me an email. Y'all know here's my email. And I know Discovering Dez is also was also here. He might see this on the replay. There's my email. Or if you want to hit me up in my DM on Instagram, there's my Instagram, um, elteddy27 official, all one word. Just let me know, or if you have an idea for something, just let me know, and I am more than happy to do that from my platform or on your platform. Or if you say, can you post this on your community wall so I can get some eyes and ears on my channel, I will do that for you. So I did want to say that to you, to my fellow Black gay men, because I do know, even in this sector is has a lot of women in this sector, and there are people always talk about there being a lot of Black gay men, but when you stack the numbers, we are outnumbered by the women in the sector exponentially. Um, so I do want to, and even just not in this sector, even if you are in another sector, because I don't just hang out in this sector. There are several sectors, populations, and groups within, or sects, sects, in YouTube that I hang out in, and I'm friends with, and they follow me, I follow them, and stuff like that. So, if you should need me, you know how to find me. Hit me up. All right. I'm always here for y'all. You know, y'all be cute. You know, y'all. I like to promote y'all. Now, don't get offended, because I am gonna flirt with you, because that's what I do. Oh well. But seriously though, but yeah, just hit me up and let me know, and I'll promote you. All right. Let me go back to my chat and my women's is and my men's is. But I definitely wanted to let you all know that. Um, hey Danny, good morning. Anyway, what you mean heavy? Oh, you talking about your stuff is heavy? I envisioned your stuff being heavy. It's me, D. I envision that, what you got going on down there probably has a certain weight, heft to it. Like, you ever had, women can attribute, my women can get in on this conversation too. You ever had a man, and even when it's soft, when you hold up that thing, it has weight to it, it has heft. You be like, oh, this is, oh, I would, what this gonna be like when it get hard? You be like, oh, child. Well then, oh, I'm just saying. Anyway, oh, I'll leave the replay up for a while. Question: how y'all think I am? What do you mean? How we think you are down there? How do we think you are? Are you? Is that your question? Is that what you're asking? Ooh, please tell me that's what you're asking. If you don't respond real quick, I'm going to assume that's what you're asking, and then I'm going to go in. Ciao. Don't crash, Chef and Shade. Well, he has not. Oh, you better be glad. I was just about to go in. Ooh, you better be glad you responded. How y'all mean laugh a lot? No, it's not. Child. Oh, how tall? I don't know. To me, you give me short from your videos. Like I feel like you're short, but you probably might be real tall. Like I don't. It's hard to gauge from a video. People tell me that I look really short. People tell me that I'm taller in person than they imagined me being. People who see me on video, who watch my YouTube videos, on the whole opposite side of the spectrum in like school, when parents come to meet me and after their kids have told them all these things about me, they always say, "Oh, you're so much smaller in person than I imagined because my child, my son, my daughter, my child has made you out to be this big, bad, menacing, horrible person. And I imagined you being like 6'6", like, 280, menacing guy." And they were like, the way they describe you, they always go, "Oh." Foy Reed said you give a 5'9" T. What's wrong with 5'9"? I'm 5'9". Child, hating on us 5'9" people. Y'all be hating. There'll be no hateration or holleration in this dancery. Just saying. Okay, it's me, D. You gotta tell us. I mean, you you know what? I was right. I felt like you were short. I said, it gives me that he's kind of short. Well, you shouldn't have told me that it's me, D, because now that I know that you're a little shorty, baby, that thing probably swing down to your knees, honey. You know them short. That thing swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. That's how that thing swing on. It's me, D. You heard it here first. That thing is swinging low, sweet chariot, child. That thing is coming forth to carry me home. Come on now. Yes. Whew. Child. Child. What? Why can't you embrace and be proud of what you got? What's wrong? Child. I'll hit you in the DMs. I'll show you what I got. We can have this conversation in the DMs. We'll have this whole conversation. This will play out in the DMs. Hey, Malibu Beerby. Child, we'll let this play out in the DMs. Chef and Shade, child. Where you going, Chef and Shade? I need you to cook for me, Chef and Shade, because I'm real hungry right now. Can you just fly over here and come cook for me? Child Shelby, you say he better not go watch his channel. Click on his name and you can go. He makes reviews, he makes videos and stuff like that. You can go see him on his child. Everybody asking if he got a big nose. Y'all. Ooh, now I got all my women looking for that child. Oh, you going to go get an oil change, child? Child. I like child. Child. I almost got nasty with you, Chef and Shade. Don't get me started over here, honey. Child. No, nose does not mean dick. However, we learned when we were talking about penis sizes, when I gave out one of the trade secrets of how to gauge a man, whether or not he has big stuff. One of the characteristics that we talked about was big noses. So not all men with big dicks have big noses, but all men with big noses have big dicks. And you short too. We talked about the fact that short men also have big dicks as well. Child, I'm telling y'all, it's me, D, over there, swinging low. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Child, that thing gonna carry me home and lay me out. Child. And then I'll flip. I mean, if he embraces it, I can flip him over and carry him home too. Child, Child, Danny. Danny, you came in. We had already spent like an hour and 15 minutes talking about a lot of good intellectual learning stuff. Also, let me say this. If you have not, and I think I might make it my feature video on my channel when you come to my channel. Not men with big nail beds. I didn't do this with you, Bobo. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna find out for you. I'll check that out because I've never looked at nail beds. But anyway, child, rub it down, flip it and reverse it, child. Come on now, Malibu baby, because baby, while I do have a lot going on in the back, there's a lot going on in the front too, and I need satisfaction too. Child. And every time, It's Me D gets up from his chair in his video, child, I be watching, and the way that thing kind of curves, that cup, that cup, that's it, child. I be watching. I don't miss much, honey. Child. Anyway, what I was about to say is that don't sleep on Chef and Shade either. Do not. Chef and Shade is a little light bright over there, honey. Light bright. Turn on the magic of colored lights. Child. Don't get me started, honey. Y'all about to get me hot and bothered up in here. Baby, y'all sleeping on Chef and Shade, honey. Baby, he got that hair going on. Baby, he got that beard going on. That beautiful, skin, child. Yeah, he be cooking over there, honey. And I be getting all hot and heated and bothered over here, honey. Just saying, child. Too bad, child. See, the bad part about a cook is they have that apron in the front that covers up everything that I want to see. Let me go back. What was I about to say before y'all sent me left? God, just take a swig and remember what I was about to say. Lord. Anyway. But if you like them light, go ahead and click on Chef and Shade. Go ahead. Go ahead and click on Chef and Shade. And go on over to his channel, subscribe, and baby, get your whole life. He gonna teach you how to cook now. He always make you hungry in his videos, but baby, he always make you hungry and horny. Chef and Shade, hungry and horny is what he makes you in his videos. I'm just telling you what I know. Just saying. I'm just saying, honey. Anyway. As I was about to say, I'm going to probably change. Hey, Florabelle, I ain't seen you in a little minute, boo. I'm probably gonna put my feature video at least for a week or so as the video where we talked about the letters and where we went through, because that was a very important video. There was a lot of learning that happened in that video. I've gotten some feedback on that video from some people. I've gotten some emails where some people have asked me to send them my glossary of terms. I've gotten some and asked me to send them my pictures of the pronouns, the non-binary pronouns, and how they're used in sentence structure and stuff like that. So I told you, Patty Duke, ain't he a cutie? Ciao. Anyway. And so I'm thinking about putting that video up as my featured video on my channel, so that when you do come and see it, go to my channel, you can see that, because I do think that is an important video, and we did learn a lot, and a lot was hashed out, and I do and I want people to be able to find it easily, because some people have asked me about it, and as more videos come up on my channel, I don't want to get it to get lost in amongst the videos. So I might put it up. I'm thinking about doing that today, putting it up as a feature video, stuff like that. Any other, because we've been on here for a while. I'm about to get off in a little bit. Anybody have any announcements about lives that they might be doing or videos that they might be doing today? Also, any suggestions about things that you'd like to see me do here on this channel? As I am waiting for you all to let me know. Oh, okay. It still shows up on your recommendations, even though you're okay. No problem. Any announcements from any of my fellow YouTubers? And we know we got a lot of YouTubers in here or came through here. Danny, it's me D, Chef and Shade. Anybody want to make any announcements about their channel, or anybody else I missed? I know I shouldn't have started naming people, but anybody have any announcements they want to make about their channel? Anybody that want to go on live that they want me to know about? You said maybe interviews with the various people of the community. Okay. Okay. I'll reach out to some people and have some conversations. One person who I have met that, and I've met him a few times because at one point he was living in Miami. You might be grilling later on today. Okay. Yeah, let's listen. Let's get it's me D to his 100. I mean, I think he has 40 something right now. And 100 is easy. Like we can get it's me D to his 100. I keep trying to promote him, and one of the ways that we may have to do that, it's me D, is to just have you come on when I go on live with a StreamYard or something like that, and have you come on, and you if you all don't mind, you, Chef, and Shade, or Foy Reed, do you make videos if you're still in here? Because I do want to give people an opportunity. Or what we may do is, if y'all remember a couple months ago where we had the tag teaming where everybody got, I think we did 10 minutes. We started on one person's channel and we would do a tag team where everybody in the chat came in it. Everybody was told to go over to so-and-so's channel after, because they would continue to allow, like we had one topic and then everybody talked about it. So it was a tag team. So everybody got the benefit of starting on one person's channel, then everybody went over to the next person's channel, and everybody went to the next person's channel, and everybody went to the next person's channel. And so that got people subscribers and got eyes on that channel that normally would not have been able to see that person or what they were like. So we may do that again, and I'll talk to some people and see if we can't do that. Definitely it's me D, Chef and Shade, Foy Reed, and also Malibu Bearby. Y'all hit me up with an email. Please hit me up with an email or in my DMs for Instagram, because that's so we can talk about that and get you some eyes and ears and stuff like that, because we definitely want to get you all and I'm not about, oh, we want to get you to 1,000. I want to get people as big as they can get, above 1,000, if you ask me. So we definitely want to do that, and we want to get your voices be heard. You say you mostly, do you follow my new Instagram, Foy Reed? Foy Reed, I saw you said that you do artwork. I want to, but I mostly post my art. I didn't know that you were into art, and so now that I know that, I do think that that is important, that maybe you can do, although that may take a lot of editing, or you can get with me or even Jaded Nerd, if you want to, about editing and stuff like that. But you may want to do a video where you go through the process of creating one of your artworks on your videos. Or one of the great things that you could do that gets a lot of views and subscribers is a how-to video. Like you could do something as simple. One of my friends who's real big in that part of YouTube and has, I think at this point, he has 800,000 subscribers. Um, his first videos was how to draw a chair, how to draw an apple. And he was on camera showing you, make sure this is how you do that. And a lot of people go and watched it, and they would learn how to, draw these different objects that he thought was so easy, but us normal people who can't draw thought it was so hard. He even did one how to draw letters, like bubble letters, or bold child. Anyway, but yeah, just different things if you want to get started, because there is an audience for artwork and stuff like that. Child donations I accept, because y'all know we already talked about this video will not be monetized. There's the Cash App. Let me put my email again. For the guys who I was telling to email me or hit me up on my Instagram. My Instagram name is, I'm about to get off in a minute. But yeah, hey, really be already been in here. She over there getting that head there, boy. She got events tonight, honey. So she's going through the beautification and glamorification process. She's going through that whole process. Hey, Laurie. Oh, I already said hey to Laurie. So yes, y'all, let's love on these people. Like I said, gentlemen, get with me and we'll collab and we'll work that out, because your voices do need to be heard. And we, even with what we were talking about earlier, a lot of times when people aren't exposed to others and are only have one voice for an entire community, or one point of view from an entire community, it skews their views of that community. So I do think it's important to get more voices within the Black gay community out there, so that people see that there are different outlooks and different aspects and different ways to look at things. Hey, Miss Old School. So that's why I definitely wanted to say that to you all, because of the nature of the conversation that we were having, that the more our voices are heard, the more people see that we are multifaceted and so forth. And we do span the gamut of the human spectrum, that people will be more tolerant and understanding, and we can start to move the needle in terms of pushing away the hate. So yeah, let's love on these individuals and stuff like that. I never try to promote myself. It ain't that serious. You come, you don't. But I definitely am embrace promoting other people, because everybody's voice need to be heard. I always say all the time, you've never heard me once tell somebody to subscribe or like a video. I ain't never asked nobody to like a video or subscribe to my channel. But I definitely want to push everybody else, and make get everybody else where they need. Any final questions, comments, concerns, rude remarks? Because I'm going to go get me some crabs. I'm going to be eating some crabs today. Going to treat myself. I've had a long, hard week, and so I want to treat myself to some crabs today. It's gonna be, I'm gonna make my own sauce, which is gonna be so good. Oh, my sauce. So good. Anyway, but yes, we're gonna have us some good crabs today. Yes, Sexy Sunday is going on tomorrow, little baby. The people have asked me to go back to Twitter this week. Um, People asked me to go back to Twitter. Y'all know last week we were looking at our Instagram thoughts, and we were looking at all of the Instagram people on Instagram, and so now we are definitely looking to go back to Twitter, which means that there will be peen, and more peen. Um, a mess. This is what the people be wanting, and I got to give the people what they want. Ah, dear God. Oh Lord. So yes, we're gonna love on these people and stuff like. So yes, I'll be here tomorrow. Yes, you can bring your fuckery to Sexy Sundays, honey. We be here for Sexy Sundays. Chat. Okay. Yeah, okay. Where I'm at. My phone be doing a lot. Um child. Ooh. Child. Child, there'll be a lot of flirting going on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at, No problem. No problem. No problem. I just got your message. But yeah, that's what we do over here. I am always here to support. This is not directed at anybody, but also the only thing that I ask is when we do support, we do love on people that it is reciprocated. Not saying that you got to promote my channel, but what I'm saying is that we're just, we continue to love on each other. You see oftentimes in YouTube that, somebody will promote somebody, and then that person that they promoted feel like they get to a big enough space where they don't need that person, and they kind of just throw the person off to the side and act like they'll know them no more. That's the only thing that kind of bothers me sometimes in promoting and loving on people, but it doesn't bother me enough to the point where I don't continue to do that. So I definitely will always do that. That's something you can always do. So gentlemen, y'all look for me to, like I said, send me an email. I want all of y'all to send me an email, and so that way I can email all of you all at one time, and so that way we can collab on some stuff on my channel, because I think that is important, and we'll get it going that way. So yes, please do that, gentlemen. All y'all email me, because I want to collab with you all on some stuff and get that going. All right. Anything else for the good of the order? Child, Miss Belize's right. Don't get brand new. Do not get brand new. Child. What do you mean by chocolate and not bananas? I don't know what that means. Child. I don't know what, because it was a lot of red bones. Oh, you said, yeah, well, it was a lot of red bones last. I don't know how that happened, but that was on we were on Instagram. I'll see what I can do. Y'all know it takes, a good amount of research that goes into. I'll be having to, dig for y'all, because I try not to put all of the gay guys on there, because I have a lot of gay men on my Twitter because I'm gay. So, you know. Listen, it's me, D. I don't think people mean for it to happen, but it does happen. It does happen from time to time. So anyway, let me sing my song. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside. And when you wake up, ready to say, it's time to make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling. The feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new and I'll have more ideas for you. And you'll have things you'd like to talk about. I will too. Hey, everybody. Hey, I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself today. I'm glad that we have learned, we have loved, we have laughed, we got a little debaucherous, and that means that we had a great life. I tell people all the time when I talk about my channel, what's a video I can go to learn about your channel? I tell them all the time, go watch a Silly Saturday. You get the full gamut of everything that elteddy27 gives. We learn, we laugh, we get debaucherous, may throw a little shade from time to time, and we keep it moving. So I hope you enjoyed yourself today. Let's put a quick Shondo in the chat. Thank you once again. Thank you once again for the super chat. And I think that was Belize who gave the super chat. Thank you, Belize, for your super chat. Thank you for all of your support. I'm going to go buy me some crabs and stuff like that. Thank you all for the love. Y'all know I love y'all and I love on y'all. I say that all the time. I love y'all and I love on y'all. Y'all are always great to me. I hope that I continue to be great to you. And we'll continue to do what we do. And if there's nothing else, I'm going to be out and we're going to press the damn button. All right, y'all. Till next time. Maybe later today. Who knows? I'm out.